In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the Mustang sleeps tonight. What is up, everybody? Hunter with LostSocketGarage. We're Mustang shopping today. I'm back, baby! I took 2 weeks off. I did vacation. I didn't take it off of the business. I just took 2 weeks from this show because of no specific reasons. I had appointments I had to go to. I wish I was on vacation, but I'm back, baby, after 2 weeks. It's gonna be a good one today. Sean, what's up, baby? How we doing, man? Back, heard you're working on a car that's going to South Africa. Yeah, man, that's a really cool car. We actually just pulled the motor out of that car couple days ago. We're going to be getting it over to the machine shop to get it stroked to 408. So kind of excited about that. No big deal. We have news. We have stuff going on. First off, we hit 1 million, not a billion, a million subscribers. Sorry, just kidding. Not subscribers. Viewers. Hit 1 million views on YouTube. I was pretty excited. I was like really pumped about that. It made me happy. I giggled. So yay! All right, getting into it. If you haven't watched the show before, my name's Hunter. This is Lost Socket Garage. Basically, what we do here is we take Mustang coupes, we cut them in half, we turn them into Mustang fastbacks. And yeah, that gives us a really interesting perspective, an in-depth knowledge of what these cars are really worth. So essentially what I wanted to do is put together a show where you guys can ask me all the questions you want. And you know, while we're talking Mustangs, but I also want to show you guys and give you a little bit of value here, show you exactly what these cars are worth and look at some live listings and maybe find you a Mustang. Wouldn't that be cool? Let's take a look. Now, guys, yes, I do this for a living, okay? If you want to purchase a Mustang, you need to do your own due diligence. It's a disclaimer I have to throw out there. I'm a dude looking at Facebook Marketplace, so, you know, just make sure that you do all of your own research. Thanks for the hearts. Keep hitting those hearts. Helps the algorithm. Thank you very much. Now, cars are worth what someone is willing to pay for them. That's what I always say. If you tune in every week, you probably hear that every week. Now, to look at actual sales data is the best way to establish value for most of these cars. So, for example, so we use Classic.com. They're not a sponsor of ours whatsoever. I've reached out actually a couple of times to them and they haven't answered me, which makes me a sad panda. But this is still a tool that I use pretty consistently when I'm looking at values of cars. You can like follow different markets and stuff. This is for a 67 to 68. Did I just break my new mug? No, I didn't. We're okay. Oh, shameless plug. We got coffee mugs now. I'll get into that in a minute. So 67, 68 Mustangs, they're on average based off of 136 sales. They're on average worth about $70,000. Now, where this data is coming from is like websites like Mecum or Bring a Trailer, Barrett Jackson, all these different auction sites. Classic pulls all this data together so we can see it in a fancy little chart version, right? And get an accurate view of what these things are worth. Honestly, 70 seems a little bit high. We're probably closer to 55, 60 for the majority of fastbacks right now. And then you can come in here and you can see like, you know, what sold. You know, a Bullet clone is going to go for 101 grand, apparently. I mean, Bullet recreation. It's a clone, bro. Sound like a bad word to say now? Clone. Okay, so getting into it, let's look at some actual shopping because I want to show you guys like, let's get some eyeballs on some listings here. Guys, if you enjoy the content, like, subscribe, really helps the channel. Helps me keep doing the show. Share it. Thanks for hanging out. Okay. There's not really I don't know. I'm going to be 100% honest. I do not know if there is a market on Classic for the Cobra, but I mean, it's not a real one. It's a kit car, right? It's probably a factory 5. So I usually don't cover the value of these things on here. 347 stroker. Let's see, dock fee. So it's being sold out of a car dealership. 52 for man, I don't know. I'd like to give you guys a little bit of insight on what these go to. The Factory 5 kits, it's something that we were actually looking into doing, but that was a really long time ago. So I'm really not sure what they're valued at right now. But looking at a convertible, let's take a look. That first listing is going to be a 65 convertible. So let's take a look at the 65 convertible market. Tell me, guys, how you are doing. How's your day? It's hot as balls here right now. It's hotter than balls. $36,000 for a 65 to 66 convertible. Again, you're going to have a ton of range on these cars, but that's why we kind of drill in here and like look at some of the data if you want to get really specific. So, being 38.9. Honestly, we're right in the ballpark. Now it's time to prove to me why I should spend an extra few grand. This car looks great. That vinyl top looks great. Vinyl tops, you got to be really, really careful and make sure that all of, first off, the vinyl itself is in good condition, as well as all the mechanisms are good. This car looks phenomenal, though. All stock, well, except for the radiator. Looks like it's got a new battery. It doesn't look rusty whatsoever. You know what I want to know in the comments right now? If you guys have sold a car, do you block out the license plate number? Like, that's what I really want to know. Like, today it's probably, with all the technology now, it's probably a little bit more of an issue. But, like, I remember years and years ago when I first started selling cars online, back in my day, people are like, oh, you got to block out your license plate because people can actually track you. I always wondered if that was like a real thing. You know what I mean? Like, people just go around hacking DMV databases and, you know. I felt like that was mainly from just Gone in 60 Seconds. I hate this interior. Well, okay. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. It's a beautiful car. Center console. Cup holders. Honestly, it looks great. Lisa, tell me about the car. Original pony seats in good condition, which are covered with custom seat covers. That's why I don't like the interior. Excellent car, been well loved, blah, blah, blah. So, honestly, for a convertible, a 65 convertible, you know, if you wanted to kind of get in and see exactly what options this car had, that's a decent price. It's close to average. It's a couple grand above average. You could probably come in here and offer, you know, 35 if it had the right options, or if it didn't. I don't know. That one's a good one. Not a great deal, right? All right, Marcus, what's up, man? How are we doing today? My late dad had a 69 Pony Coupe he wished he never got rid of. And I remember the car, green with white interior, automatic. I would really like to have a Mustang like he had. Half. Yeah, I mean, the 69 coupes, if you wanted a 69 coupe, they're actually not terribly expensive. Kind of the hierarchy pricing as far as Mustangs are concerned. 67 and 68 are typically the most expensive when it comes to fastbacks. Convertibles, right below that, 67, 68. Convertibles, that's kind of the hierarchy there. Then all of the coupes, in all honesty, like if we take a look at coupe pricing, most of them range from 20 to 23, and that's finished. That's fastback. Like 69 coupe. 25. I feel like that's high. I feel like that's really fucking high, honestly. Okay, that's fine. So keep in mind, guys, when, you know, going back to middle school math or whatever, averages, when that says it's an average price, it's a cumulative of all the pricing. So, I mean, you have a one that's sold for 10 grand right here that looks awesome. And then you have a 428 Super Cobra Jet that sold for 101. So that's really going to throw off that average price. But honestly, like 20 grand for a 69 coupe, that's probably what you're looking like. And I love the idea of doing that, man. I love the idea of having that image, that you know, that car in your mind from your childhood and recreate. Like, I wish I had like dope cars as a kid, but I didn't. I had a 91 Chevy Corsica with a 3.1 liter V6 that I chopped the exhaust off of with a hacksaw and ported it out. I say ported it. I screwed on a tip from AutoZone, ported it out of my door. So if I were just to buy another one of those fucking cars because it was my first car, I don't know. I've thought about it. I'm not gonna lie. Just be rocking around a 91 Chevy Corsica. No, I can't do that. I'm responsible. I'm a father. I'm a business owner. I'm a taxpayer, sadly. Okay, this car, we've covered this car a few times, and he's relisted it again. It's been listed for a while, and the reason it's been listed for a while, it's pretty, but it's 48 grand for a coupe, and it's a 289. There's nothing about this car that is worth $48,000. It is an exceptional, it's a beautiful car. It's terribly well done, okay? We're just going to cruise through it. You got the nice, probably 4-core radiator, fan shroud. That's all awesome. 289, rebuilt, doesn't look like there's any rust. Beautiful interior. You got nice floor mats. Like, all of this shit looks amazing, right? But the car is not worth, especially with just a 289 in it, it's not worth anywhere close to $48,000, right? I mean, you're 48 grand, dude. You're getting into fastback territory that needs you know, maybe just needs a paint job or something like that. So this car's been on KSL. So KSL, for those of you watching outside of the state of Utah, it's like Four Corners area. And that's kind of where I start. But this is a really good example of someone probably that put a shit ton of money into a beautiful build, but paid someone to do it, so it costs a lot of money, and they're trying to recoup their investment out of it. And honestly, it's just not worth it. That's why it's probably why it's been on here for a hot minute. This better be a convertible. It's a 6-cylinder though. 6-cylinder cars are not worth anything, so you guys know. Marcus, is it possible to reskin a modern Mustang? I like AC and modern amenities to the 69 style, coupe style. Yeah, man. I mean, so if you have, let's say that you bring me a 69 coupe and you say, okay, well, I love the way it looks, but I want to modernize the drivetrain. I want it dependable. I want to be able to drive it cold starts right up in the morning. I want to be able to take it to elevation. I want to be able to have AC and a bumping system and all that stuff. These cars have been around for so long that they make so many parts to be able to update, which is just fucking amazing, you know. But, you know, for example, if you bring me a 69 with, let's say, a 351 in it, getting a 351 rebuilt and then throwing Holly Sniper fuel injection on it so that you don't have to fuck with the carburetor anymore, it's going to raise your gas mileage, something closer, a little bit closer to like a modernized V8. It's still going to be miles per gallon, but it does help that. And then Vintage Air does brand new AC kits. There's a shit ton of companies that make modern amenities for these cars. There are even some that make, you know, for example, Dakota Digital. They make digital gauges for these cars. And they have like different variations to them to where one is going to be basically exactly a stock replica of the dash, just kind of rebuilt all the way to full digital dashes and kind of everywhere in between. So long-winded version of saying, yeah, they make a shit ton of modernized upgrades so that you can have those modern amenities, power windows, all of that stuff in these older cars. So this is a convertible, but it's a 6-cylinder convertible. Now, I know what some people are going to say. They're going to be like, okay, well, can't you just drop a V8 in it? You can, but you got to change everything else about it too. You got to change out the transmission. You have to change out your brakes, your rear end. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into a V8 swap. So basically what happened here most likely, let's see, 280 can apple rat asking for you but will entertain reasonable offers. They probably looked up the value of just a V8 convertible, but with the 6-cylinder in it. Does it really have a 6-cylinder in it? Top looks great. Wheels and tires. Yeah, there were no motor picks, right? Really well done, though. I mean, this would be an example of some of like the modernized amenities. This is probably like a stereo control, maybe? I don't know. They didn't give me like, there's no description. Put some effort. I saw a TikTok today that was like, you know what really pisses me off? People that don't put effort into Facebook Marketplace. Like, tell me what it is. And I'm like, dude, I say that shit every week. Every week in front of like 3 whole people on YouTube. Long story short, hella not worth it, especially if it's a 6-cylinder. Really well done though. We haven't looked at this one for a minute. Take a look at Tokyo Drift Mustang right here. Now it does have a, I think it's a Fox body motor. Yeah, 302 from an 87 Fox body C4. Bump shifter, so it's got a lot of cool stuff, but this is like, you gotta really love this fucking, like this exact car to pay that much money for it, right? It looks fairly well done. Like, I like the mesh grille on it. New pulleys. It looks like it's been completely gone through, but I always forget it on this car. This is a race car. Don't buy fucking race cars. Don't buy race cars. I've been doing this for a long time, not just with Mustangs. Don't buy race cars. As I scroll over to Marketplace and maybe buy a race car. But seriously, if it's already got a cage and like, this car doesn't have, at this point in the build, with you have a roll cage and you have a custom dash and you know, you're all built out to this type of spec. It doesn't have a lot of intrinsic value in it, especially being a coupe. So you really got to love, like, if someone's going to buy this for 25 grand, 23 grand, which probably isn't a terribly bad deal for everything that's in it, but you got to love everything about this car because it doesn't have value as a Mustang coupe anymore, if that makes sense. Oh, what's up? Let's take a look. Okay, so this is a 67 for 8,700. So you guys know, at 8,700, the price point, kind of like what we're looking for at 8,700, is a really, really, really high-end rolling donor candidate for a coupe-to-fastback conversion, or a really low-end V8 car that's kind of fucked up in a bunch of panels that we're going to turn into fastback, but be able to use a bunch of the parts in the fastback as well. So like motor, trans, all of that stuff, right? Some of the interior. 67 coupe, inline 6. Just kidding. Not worth it. I mean, body looks decent, but it's a 6-cylinder. Doesn't even have carpet in it. If you could offer this guy 5 grand, this would be a killer deal. Because the car looks great. It is an Idaho car, but if we start looking in most of our normal rust spots, again, this is 15 feet away, but you don't see any like bubbling here, anything like that. Interior, I mean, new upholstery, etc. $8,000, but it's a 6-cylinder. Again, there's a lot that goes into swapping it to a V8 car. That adds money to the build, right? So that one's probably a no-go for me. 67 for 25 grand. This looks dope. Let's put some fucking effort in, people. No description, and you have a custom build like this. You are asking me to spend $25,000, entertain the thought of spending $25,000 on a vehicle that I have no fucking idea what's in it. Come on, man. It's pretty dope, though. I love the black bumper. You got the Shelby-style deck lid quarter panel extensions on a coupe. I love that. I love it with the stock taillight panel. That's awesome. Great color. That looks like vintage Batmobile interior, though. You got the retractable seat belts. Amir, what's up, dude? How are we doing, man? I mean, all of this is terribly custom. I understand, with like the orange piping, etc. It's pretty well done. New cooling on coupes, well, and fastbacks, but like all Mustangs, you want to check for rust right here. Normally, you're going to find like bubbling and stuff like that. I fucking love black steel wheels. Like, this is really well done, from what I can tell. Oh, that's before. Okay. I mean, that's the issue here, guys. Like, this looks really dope. Like, I fucking love it, but just, like, put something in there, man. Like, give me an idea of what the fuck's in the car. How do I know if I want it for Christmas if I don't know what motor and trans is in the motherfucker? Come on, kids. 22 grand for a coupe that is owned by a person that likes to take fancy pictures. I don't know. This looks like a filter, right? White with red interior. Deluxe interior. Dope. That's not bad. Door card looks straight. That never happens. Cup holder, center console. I love the white on red. Eric! Dude! What's up, dog? It's been a minute, right? One-piece headliner. Love it. Love a one-piece headliner. This is actually pretty cool, man. Sam signed it. It's been signed by Sam. So that might be worth something. 8-track player. Just kidding. Okay, so you got the modernized stereo right here. You got the 6x9. I will tell you guys, if you're looking to add front speakers, don't do it like this. Like, there's not a lot of room for your feet here as it is, and like your foot just kind of like knocks it all the time. I don't love it. I think there's better ways to do it. You can kind of inset, if you're willing to do a little bit of metal work, you can kind of inset these speakers a little bit, but beware of these panels because like they stick out. I mean, look at this shit, man. So they stick out. That's probably inch and a half right there, plus the speaker on top of that. I mean, that's 2-3 inches. And I know, gentlemen, that 2 to 3 inches can do a lot of fucking damage, okay? It can really get in the way of things. It's pretty average. It's average, right? It's average, right? Right? Right. It's a beautiful car. $289. No shroud. Do a shroud, guys. It makes the world a difference, right? Ulrich, what's up, baby? How are we doing, man? I can confirm the kick panel speakers kind of suck, especially when you have a man pedal. Dude, yeah, right? Yeah, the man pedal throws all of it off. And even riding in a car, like even the passenger seat, your foot just like, okay, Ulrich, you know this as well as I do, man. If you have a car that like has gone past the functionality stage and you've like done stuff to it, and you know like what to click and where to hit and where to push on your own car, and a passenger gets in it, if there's something a little bit janky about it, you have to kind of like warn them, you know? Like back in the day, speaking of Chevy Corsica, so I could take the key out of the ignition of my Chevy Corsica and still drive it around until the steering wheel would lock. And people like didn't understand that. The key would just kind of fucking fall out. So I had to like reach up under it. It looked like I was stealing the motherfucker to get it started. And Derry, okay, was doing the same shit. Like, there are cars as mechanics that we will own that we have to give like a disclaimer up front to anyone that fucking rides in it that, hey, don't touch this. This may shock you. Don't hit this button. And I don't want to have to do that with their feet. You know what I mean? They climb in this car, they're going to be stepping all over. I'm clicking for dramatic effect. All over this shit. First thing, bam, they're going to crack that case. I don't want that shit to happen. Beautiful car. I got on a tangent here. 22.9. Honestly, Yeah, I kind of like it, man. At 22, so my 68, I believe it's the original 4-barrel car, clean title, not quite show car. Soundproof throughout, upgraded gauge cluster and shifter. New headers, dope. Radiator, temp regulated fan, system electric fan, tuned, carb. No power steering or brakes, not a big deal. Rofo speakers, blah, blah, blah. Magwell. Honestly, guys, this is not a terrible deal. This looks pretty fucking good for 22 grand. I don't mind it. Like, you're going to have some shit like this at the bottom on, like, the... So this is metal. The door card's right here. So it makes it a little bit more difficult to repair shit on here. It's a little bit more expensive because you have to actually paint it and stuff. This car looks pretty dope for 22 grand. Now, 66s, 65, 66, again, on that hierarchy as far as cost is concerned, they're a little bit lower. They're closer to like the 20 grand range, but this one looks highly modified. Frankly, pretty fucking well done. If you need, or if you want to buy any of these cars and you're not in Utah, no worries. You know, no big deal. Hit me up, LostSocketGarage@gmail.com. And I'm happy to go broker a deal for you and haggle and inspect and do all the legwork for you. Let's take a look. Patrick, dude, how are you on the live, man? Don't be driving right now. Patrick, one of my longtime viewers, stopped by the shop, said, "What's up? Thanks for stopping by, buddy. I appreciate it. It's always good to say, what's up? Especially to a person that, you know, listens to me talk as much." Okay, so, guys, I'm going to cover this one super quick. I'm going to try to. I've said that like 3 times now. This car, barely a fucking 20-foot car, right? A lot of rust issues. This dude has poured some money into it. The reason I know that is because we've worked on this car. We did a wiring harness. We did digital dash, Dakota digital dash in it. Did a few things here and there. He didn't have us do any of the metal work that's needed on this car. I think he was just trying to kind of get out of it. It wasn't, I don't think it's really what he wanted. This is a coupe that has like the Eleanor front kit on it. I'm telling you right now, and I hope he's not watching this. Look at how pretty this dash looks, though. We did that. 13 grand. He has dropped the price significantly. I think he listed this for like 25 or some shit to start with. 13 grand. Honestly, might be worth it. It was a fairly strong running car, but it had a lot of metal that needed to be addressed. This car at 20 grand is a fucking trap. It is a trap. There's a lot like floorboards. I'm trying to remember. I know there's a video on it on our page somewhere where I covered this briefly. It was the Derry called it the Dollar General. It's one of the best fucking names we have Derry thought up so far. The Dollar General. Like the General Lee, but cheaper. Do you get it? Do you get it? 13 grand. I'd need to go look at this thing or like review the tape. Not a bad price. It ran and drove really well. It's got a new wiring harness in it. Needs a lot of metal work done. Let's see. Dude, okay, so Drifty Bits actually sent me this. I don't think he's on here yet. But if you guys find listings, shoot them to me on the Lost Socket Garage Facebook page. That's the only way I know how to do it right now. I'm still trying to get everything to jive together real nicely. But yeah, send them to me or LostSocketGarage@gmail.com. Happy to look at them live on air. Drifty Bits found this one for me, so shout out to him. 67 for 13 grand. Now 13 grand, if you are looking for a fastback, 13 grand is going to be pretty much... What the fuck is KSL doing right now, man? What is happening? My browser's having a conniption. 13 grand is like max I'm going to pay for a running driving coupe that I'm going to cut in half, right? So if you came to me and said, hey, Hunter, find a coupe, a good donor that has a solid running or has a solid drivetrain, has maybe a couple upgrades. Most of the interior is fairly well. I don't really have to do a lot of extra metal work on it. And then chop that fucker in half and turn it into a fastback. We're looking at the $10,000 to $13,000 price range for a donor. If that makes sense. Doesn't. Okay, pros. I like it. I like it when people give me, bullet points. Runs and drives good. That's a pro. Excellent interior with new headliner. Don't really care about the headliner too much since I'm going to cut that fucker in half. And carpet. Can reuse that. New engine, 302 with a 3-speed automatic. Oh, no rust. Oh. Cons was just painted by previous owner, and it was a very poor job. Yay! I hate cutting pretty cars in half. Overall car needs some love. I know who can love that car very well. I hope somebody will restore it back to its glory and cut it in half and turn it into a fastback, specifically sending it to Hunter Smith at LostSocketGarage. It doesn't say that, as you can read here, but I thought I'd throw that out there. Okay, so shittily painted coupe. Is shittily a word? Can someone Google that for me? Shittily painted coupe. Oh, fuck. That interior is hot, though. Guys, this actually might be a really good fucking look at that dash. My God. Okay, so if you got a little brother, or you're young yourself, and you want, like, your first V8, this could be a really good fucking starter muscle car for you. Doesn't have a stereo. Dash is missing, or not missing. The dash pad is completely fucked. Courtesy light is missing on this. So I'm always looking at little things like this to maybe say, okay, some wiring's been done in this car or whatnot. Courtesy light's missing. Not a huge deal. Motor looks great. Okay, so here are the rust parts. Here's the rust part that I was talking about a little bit earlier. It's where your engine panels overlap. It's going to like bubble up and it's going to hollow out right there. We had the same issue on Dolly out there. If you haven't seen any of the videos on Dolly, check out our shorts or follow me on TikTok, Hunter LSG. That's the right one. I forgot. 13 grand. I would need to check this car thoroughly for rust. I know it says no rust, but these things always have fucking rust, okay? 60 years old. So I would say I like it better at 10. That's what I will say. Okay, I got to get off KSL. Anything else here? Okay. On to the next section. The next section of the show, we take a look at the Mustang Classic Fastback Mustang for Sale group on Facebook, just to kind of give you an idea of what other guys are selling their Mustangs for. But before, if you're enjoying the content, like, subscribe, do all the algorithm shit. It helps a lot. We have a new video. Guys, a new video on the Nugget. It's going to show the actual process of us cutting the Nugget in half and turning it into a fastback. It has been long awaited because the Nugget's been a fastback for a hot minute. I'm just not great at editing videos in a timely fashion sometimes. So I had all this shit set on the shelf, editing shelf basically, right? So at 5:15 today, if you're part of our community, you could already see it. But it's a little nudge, help support the shop. But check out the new video. It's going to be after the live ends at 5:15. Our newest video is going to be coming out, and it's on the Nugget, and it's a banger. I have amazing trivia in it. It's funny as shit. I think so, as usual. Check that out, 5:15, and it'll come out basically right after the live. Just hang around and watch the new video on the Nugget. And then on top of that, I did some other Nugget stuff too. We put Raptor lining on the inside. It's really pretty. LostMustang, dude, what's up, man? How's it going today, buddy? I know, always takes longer to edit than it does to film. My God, and I spend probably 4 to 6 on any given video, ballpark, and I'm not a fancy editor. obviously. But yeah, dude, the stuff that's just sitting on the shelf waiting for me to edit, it's crazy. I know you have a backlog. If any of you in here right now don't know, Mustang Garage, amazing YouTube channel, another Mustang guy. He's not far away from me at all. And he has amazing install videos. He shows how to do everything basically that I don't. So check out his, give him a sub. Mustang Garage. Great channel, man. I need more caffeine. Let's look at this one. I really want to look at this one. I know Mach 1, 69 or 70 Mach 1. Is the actual Mach 1? 351 Cleveland. Can pour gas in carb and here run. Fuck. This whole car is just surface rust. The problem with these, man, is if the whole car is covered in surface rust, when you take a wire wheel to this, you're going to get so many pinholes, like, immediately. And that's not even sandblast. You just take one of those cup wire wheels and go along this, dude, there's going to be so many pinholes. Doesn't look like necessarily structural rust, but this is something where if you bought this car, you would send it to the sandblaster immediately. And then when you got it back, you would have a laundry list of shit to do, basically. Okay, so this one is a 65 fastback. A-code, finished last year. Midnight blue. That's a fucking beautiful color. TCI front conversion, 4-link. Excuse me. 4-link and rear. Curry 9-inch, 373s. Ride Tech adjustable coilover suspensions. Willwoods 347 with this is the whole fucking package, kids. Tremec 5-speed, stage 3 race clutch. Why the fuck would you want a race clutch in this car? Race clutches are stiff as shit. This is pretty. Good. Goddamn. Love the shorty exhaust. Love the hood vents. This was really, really well done. Now, if we take a look, guys, at 65, 66 fastback pricing in general, it's gonna ting around like 50 grand. Okay. This car, you have to love everything about it. So far, I do. 75 grand is a big ask, but most likely this is something that you're going to step into and never have to do anything else to in your life. It looks fucking great. I want to know where they got this glass. Is that flush mount glass? No, it's not. Yeah, that's a beautiful car. 75 grand is heavy on the price. From a market value, 75 grand is a little heavy, but I mean, that's a resto mod. I don't know, guys. That's a hard one. 75 grand, you got to love it. It's a beautifully built car. Let's see. Which Punch Mach 1? Oh, what are you? 289 4-speed, 8-track. Yay! 44 grand for a 65 fastback. Let's take a look. Take a look for our normal rust spots. Doesn't look like anything is rusted. Great color. Cool little toolbox. That's awesome. Confederate flag might not go over too well. We're Yankees up here, though. This is in North Carolina. I wonder if that's a real Hertz. Probably not. Good running. Yeah, yes, it is available. It's listed. Beautiful car, 44 grand. I think it's a great deal. If you're close to North Carolina, go take a look at that. I won't be taking a look at it. I don't want to go to North Carolina. Factory S-code car. Ooh. Really? Really? Okay. So, S-code cars, if you guys don't know, S-code cars are basically it's the 390, it's the big block, it's Ford's big block, essentially. The 390. S-Code car, and it came in a couple of different flavors, obviously different trim models. The 4-speed top loader is like the ideal combination for it. But rear floors have been replaced, did okay, but could use paint and undercoat. When S-Codes are done, and if they have a 4-speed top loader, these can fetch really, really good numbers. Like 80 grand sometimes. This does have an automatic trans, and it looks like, let's see, it had so much chrome on these cars back in the day, right? Like wheel trim chrome, or wheel well chrome. It's crazy. Beautiful car. I mean, given everything checks out, a lot of the value in these cars are going to be held within, like, it being factory correct. So this car is no longer going to be necessarily factory correct. If it was taken back to everything spec on it, then yeah, I mean, this car would probably be worth like 80 grand. I like it at 52, to be honest with you. There's some shit going on here you'd want to take a look at. Either it's been rewelded or like weirdly seam sealed or something. Subs, a couple of 6x9s in back. Yeah, so I mean, this would need a tiny bit of work, but you killed it right there. That sucks. That stereo is like prime early 2000s though. Alpine. Yeah, it is. Let's see. 5th digit in the VIN is an S. So yeah, it's a big, real big block car. 52 grand. That's a great fucking deal. Sarasota, Florida. Yeah. Make sure it's not water damage though. All right, moving on. Let's take a look at Marketplace. You know, let's get into Marketplace. But before we do, I have an announcement. Since I took 2 weeks off from the show, I have 2 things that I can now share with you. I am going to bring you further value. And both things are going to save you money. First off, if you're enjoying the show, like, subscribe, comment, do the algorithm stuff, hit the heart button right now, helps the algorithm. Everybody loves that, right? If you want to support the shop further, you can subscribe to our community on YouTube, or you can subscribe on Patreon. You get access to videos earlier, etc. I'm going to start rolling out some discount codes for our merch, which brings me to the next point. Do you guys like coffee? Do you like coffee? Did you know we have coffee mugs now? We have coffee mugs, but I took it a step further. Yes, wait, there is more. Now there is LostSocketGarage coffee. Cars and coffee blend, officially LostSocketized. Yeah, we got our own coffee now. Pretty dope, right? Check out the link. It's in the chat. It's pinned. You can find it on our merch page, and you can pick up a cup as well. And if you use code COFFEE at checkout, you'll get 5% off your order. Now, speaking of 5% off your order, I was a nice guy for you guys. And I was really, really nice to CJ Pony Parts. And now they have passed on a discount code for you, viewers of this show. If you need Mustang parts, use the link in the description. It helps out the show to CJ Pony Parts. And all you do is you type in, it's at the top of your screen right now. It's over there. Am I pointing in the right direction? LSG 2025, you're going to save 5% off your entire order from CJ Pony Parts. So shout out to those guys. They're awesome. That's where we get all of our stuff from. So yeah, links in the description. Buy some coffee in a mug, man. If you use code COFFEE, you get 5% off. It's pretty cool. We got coffee. I drink a lot of coffee. Do you drink a lot of coffee? I drink a lot of coffee. I don't know who drinks more coffee, if it's you or me. Alex, yeah, man, dude, just if you come to Salt Lake, you just come in, come hang out, come swing by. I'll get you some coffee, bro. Okay, so this is a roller, and I've been trying to figure out if it's a real fastback. I think it is a real fastback, because I don't see any tomfuckery on the inner structure here. Okay, this is a no rust, replaced pans and quarter panel roller assembled for photos. Comes with a 5.0 and a Tremec 5-speed. Have date-coded block, rack and pinion steering, 9-inch rear end. That's hot. This is a really solid deal at 23 grand. Okay, so a really solid deal at 23 grand, especially if you guys are doing the work yourself. This is probably going to be like a C-code fastback, so it's not going to be a crazy trim model or anything like that, but it's going to be a solid starter fastback. It's already got some Shelby shit buttoned up here. Uppers, lowers, hood. Looks like all the metalwork's been done on this. So if you're a guy that's like, hey, I don't know how to weld, but I really like putting shit together and, you know, turning wrenches and stuff, this could be a really good deal for you. Now, this is in Gardnerville, Nevada, and I say that like I know where the fuck that is. I assume it's in Nevada. I mean, this is an awesome deal for a Shelby clone fastback, as long as it's a real fastback. But there's nothing that's leading me to believe that it's not. Wait, come out. Does it have a roll cage? Fuck, it's got a roll cage. Urgh. Okay, that's why it's cheap. I'm trying to get a picture of the actual roll cage. You see the roll bar right there, right? Think it's in the video, maybe? Okay, you see the roll cage. I'm zooming in right now. I mean, this is a great starter, guys. Roll cage or not. 23 grand if it's an actual fastback. Not a coupe-to-fastback converted. If it's an actual fastback, it's a great deal. Honestly, a converted fastback, yeah, that's a good deal. Go to Nevada, pick up that car. Or pay me to do it. But you're going to pay me a Nevada tax because I'm going to gamble. You know? Depending on where Gardnerville is. Gardnerville. I don't know where Gardnerville is. How much will be rusted 68 fastback GT with 390 in your eyes? One of our neighbors is selling, trying to find out how much I should offer him. Okay. That's a really good question. Thank you, PRST. So, rusted 68 GT. So, if it's an S-code car, we were actually just looking at one of those, right? There's a couple of examples. Where the fuck was that? Is it this one? Yeah, this one. So this is an S-code car that's fairly finished for 52 grand, and I think it's a really good deal. If it has a 390 with a C6 automatic, it's worth less. If it has the original 4-speed top loader, that adds legitimately like 15% to the price. If it's completely factory and completely original, these S-code cars can go for 80 to 110 grand. Honestly. If it is resto modded, you lose a little bit of value because I just don't like 390s are not really sought after motors, but since this was Ford's like higher end big block car, that's why it's worth so much. It's not really like the motor itself is worth a lot or it's an amazing motor or anything like that. It's a cool big block motor and it makes it really, really fucking difficult to do anything in the goddamn engine bay. Especially along the shock towers. Don't ask me how I know that. I know that. So a rusted one, it depends. You got to do the math, man. If you're doing the work yourself, you can pay a little bit more. But, if you're looking for a full restoration on an S-code, you can be into it easily 50 to 100 grand, depending on what you want to do to it. So it's like looking at what they're worth, how much work needs to be done, if you're going to be doing the work yourself, if you're going to be paying someone to do it, how much their rate is. But I tell you what, man, I don't know where you're located, but if you want to shoot me some pictures, LostSocketGarage@gmail.com. Shoot me some pictures of what you're working with, what it comes with, etc., or if they have like a classified add up, or just some pictures of it. That would help me out, and I can give you kind of like a super rough ballpark of what you're looking at there. LostSocketGarage@gmail.com. Oh my god, I have talked so fucking much. I haven't gotten to half of the shit that I wanted to. Another 67 roller. This is in Denver. Okay, so you're getting a roller. Let's see. No engine or trans, rust body, metalwork is already done. Willwood brakes, 6 pistons on the front. Guys, don't get 6 piston brakes unless you're racing the fucking thing. It is so much money to get that brake kit. And it's just a waste. This is a good fucking deal. Are you serious right now? Oh, I've seen this one before. Yeah. No, this is a great fucking deal. Shelby wheels. Roller, but the metalwork's completely done. It's all in like primer. It's got a, I think it's a quick performance rear end in it or some shit like that. Located. And he's dropped the price. If it's listed for 25 grand, he's drip. Oh man, I want to go to Denver and get this. This would be a really, really good deal. It is a really good deal. Just make sure, honestly, that your VIN number matches. Because if it's a real fastback and it comes with all this shit, 25 grand's a steal for that. And again, especially if you're doing the work yourself. Let's look at a fucked up car, shall we? 65 fastback. Oh my god. Okay, this is what he's doing. Okay. 5 cars for sale. Take them all for $12,000. I don't wanna. Now, some of you may be saying, oh, Hunter, that's a fastback. You can, like, the top is still on it. Maybe you can reuse this. I can guarantee you whatever the fuck chewed through the back part of this car up to this point probably irked this inner structure. So this isn't something that we could even use past a VIN number. 2.5 or donor cars. You can use a real body. There's a coupe. That might be worth it. Okay. Oh, shit. Homeboy's selling all of these for 12 grand. 265 Mustangs. Let's see. 05 and 06 Mustangs to go with it. That'd be cool. Someone like that wants to put some cars together, buy this. Go to Truckee, California. Truckee! Okay. Ooh, solid deal. 6 grand. I have a new engine block for it. What do you mean you have a new one? There's a lot of stuff in here. Does it come with a thermos? That's kind of cool. Oh, fuck. 6 grand. Soda Springs, Idaho. It says new engine. And it's got a lot of stuff going on here, but I don't know what it is. Is that a... I can't remember. No, that's a 351. So that's a 351. Alpha, Alex, if you're still on here, buddy, let me know if that's I think that's a 351. I can't remember if if there's the gap on the 351 or if there's the no gap on the 351 right here. I think it's a 351. That's a solid deal. Guys, if you're looking for, I'm just going to run the math to you real quick, okay? If you buy this clean title coupe for 6 grand, and it comes with a motor, even just the motor, even just the fucking car, it's not a bad deal. Because the engine bay looks fair to middling, right? You go swoop this up for 6 grand. You're going to spend, if you have me do this car, if you have me turn it into a fastback for you, you're going to spend about $15,700 around that area, depending on where prices are at the time that you hit me up, etc., and what options you want. If you want Shelby bits, etc., you're going to spend around 15 to 16 grand to have me turn this into a fastback. At that point, you will be into this car for 20, whatever, can't do math anymore. $22,000. That's a 302,289. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I can't see that gap very well, so that's why I was confused on it. But it looks fresh. So if you are into this car, 22, 23 grand, you have a fastback with a motor and a transmission. No one knows what the transmission is. No pictures, no nothing like that. But you're going to have a power plant, most of your drivetrain, and a fastback roller for 22 grand. And at that point, you're in it to the interior, etc. There's a bunch of totes hanging around here. Who knows what else is in here that you could use? Too bad it's under a literal fucking shed. But this would be a really, really solid candidate for a coupe-to-fastback conversion. Honestly, close to my pick of the week. But it looks to be very 302-ish. Yeah, I know the... So, it's one of the two. This gap right here for your water pump, it's like if you have the gap between the bottom of the head and that bolt right here, if it is a gap, then it's a 351. If there's no gap, it's a 302. I might have that reversed, but I don't remember. I'm just a welder, kids. So, great deal. You want to pay me to go to Idaho for it? I'll do it. All right. Now, we're going to wrap up here. Guys, if you have questions, LostSocketGarage@gmail.com. Like, hit hearts, subscribe, do all of the YouTube algorithm shit. It's much appreciated. I love the fact that, you know, I have people like Patrick being able to come in here and hang out with me, and you know, it really means a lot that you guys follow the show. We hit 1 million views. That was really cool for me, and we're still a very, very small YouTube channel, but you know, you guys hanging out with us and commenting and visiting us and checking out our merchandise, etc., it means the world to us. So we have a new video. It's going to be released in 15 minutes. 15 minutes. On the Golden Nugget. It's going to show the whole process of the teardown, the cut in half, and you can have a little bit of time to catch up on the other Golden Nugget videos. But before we end the video, let's get into the pick of the week. Now, Derry is not here with us today because he is slacking. So we don't get a Derry pick of the week. So, for our pick of the week, it's going to be a shop pick of the week. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Bam! 1995 Toyota Starlet GT. And when I tell you this thing is pretty, man, I mean this thing's really goddamn pretty. You! It's like a short Forester and a Volkswagen Golf and a Celica had a baby, right? In 1995, right? I don't know what EP82 is. That could be the motor that's in it. But you know the important part? It's a 1.3 liter 5-speed turbo. It probably gets 400 miles to the gallon, and it'll give you a little at the end of it. This, okay, the seats, people, I can't tell you how much I love this era of upholstery. It just screams HKS in my head over and over again. Look how pretty this thing is. Oh my God. The gas mileage that you would get on this little right-hand drive Nugget for 15 grand. I would love to drive this damn thing around. This is heritage. Look at this blow-off valve too. I bet it goes, oh, fuck. I love it. Thanks for the support, everybody. Check out, we got coffee and stuff. Check out links in the description and then the chat and all of the things. I need to go do some coffee because I'm done speaking English. I love y'all. Do what you love. Don't be a dick. Never be tamed. Peace. My God. People, I cannot talk today. I don't know what it is. I just lost the ability to speak. Can I show you guys marketing in its finest right here? This is how you sell a fucking car. This is how you put effort into selling a fucking video. Right here. A whole photo shoot. This man knows how to sell a car. Isn't that pretty? Later, Randy. Patrick, thanks again for stopping by, man. It was good to finally meet you. Good to see you. Safe travels and good luck tomorrow. Remember, I can be a bouncer for hire if you need. Congratulations, buddy. Ooh, look at the Z, though. Look at the Z. Oh, those wheels. 75. I like to do the show, you know, for those of you who want to, like, get some information, but then I like to cruise a little bit afterwards, you know? Aren't you pretty? Man, I love the old Z cars. What the fuck? Fucking time out. Whoa! This is bonus time material right now. 75Z with a 302 in it. Bro. Oh my god, I want this car. Why is it in so far away? So far away! All the struggle with my persevere.